Hello everybody, Jessica here, welcoming you for a seated lower body workout. We're going to start off today's workout with some gentle yoga to help us open up the muscles and the joints through the lower body while also engaging in some light work. We will then move on to our leg strength exercises using a fit loop band. That could either be a rubber band or a fabric one. I'll be using the fabric, a little bit heavier. Whatever resistance level you think is going to be the best fit for your body here today. After our leg strength exercises, we are then going to go back for some great yoga stretches to help us cool down, get those muscles and joints back open. So you need your band, you need your chair. If you do not have a band, a little bit of creativity and maybe some modifications along the way, you can substitute in a different piece of equipment. And of course, you are welcome to take this workout with no equipment at all if that is what feels best for you. Get set up with what you need. We're gonna get started right now. All right, if you have your band handy, it can go underneath the chair or right to the back as we get started here. We're gonna go ahead, plant those feet back behind us. So think about tucking them under a little bit and then lean forward. A little bit of light weight onto the thighs and then make sure that that low back has a nice bit of rounding to it. And go ahead here, lift, pedaling the feet, pressing the heel down. You may notice that you have a light stretch. So if you're able to really connect to the floor easily through the heels, get them tucked under you a little bit more so that as you are pressing down, there's just the very beginning of a stretch. We're gonna take some time to check in with the low back before we get started. And as we go through all of today's movements, anything that doesn't work for you, switch it up. Try a slower, smaller movement or substitute something else in entirely. We're gonna go ahead, drop the shoulders and belly, round through the spine, roll yourself up. Step those feet forward for a solid foundation and continue through a few more. Just making sure everything feels good. Let's go ahead here, round ourselves up, pull those toes up towards you, and then pull them both up. Give me an opposite hand reach, open up through the back, set them down, and switch. Feel those shin muscles warm up. Continuing to build on this movement, right leg up, reach it out. Feel a nice stretch through the back of the leg. Try not to rush this. A few more here. Easy through those knees. This will be a joint-friendly workout, especially when we get into our leg strength exercises. So, shouldn't feel too much discomfort, but again, switch it up, modify if you do, because you're the expert on your body. I've got some good guesses as to what's gonna work, but ultimately you know best, so make those calls as you need to. Roll yourself on up, step it to the toes. Let's windshield wiper those legs here. Brief pause as they go to each side, open up through the hips. And giving you a little more information about today's workout. When we go to the leg strength, we will be working with only one leg at a time. So we'll take an exercise for the right leg, and we'll take the same movement for the left leg. I like that style of training because we all tend to have one leg that is stronger than the other, maybe a little more dominant. Plant through those feet. Let's circle this right hip up and out. And as we work through two leg movements, a lot of times that stronger leg will take over the work. So working with one leg at a time today, we're eliminating that possibility. So you may feel a little more work, switch it over to the left leg, through that weaker side, and that's okay. Let it catch up. If you need to modify and scale it back on that side, totally fine. Just do your best to match it up with your stronger side. Last one here. Set it down. Let's go knees up and in. Make a little circle here with the arms. You don't have to touch, you're just aiming for the arms. You can stretch them out if it makes you feel good to get a little touch in there. Opening the hips gently here. We're gonna get started in just a few seconds. Set that one down. Let's roll ourselves up and take a nice warrior footing here. Great job here, just dropping through this left hip. Try to get the knee under the hip and it stays in close. So if you notice it's rolling out wide, it might be a little tight, just do your best. If you are here and there is no stretch, press back into more of a crescent lunge position. Make sure that you didn't just overly compress through your low back. You can counter that by leaning and rounding forward a little bit. Switching it to a wide-legged forward fold. Pull those hips back. Ease yourself forward here. Open up through the inner thighs. Little wiggle if it feels good. Skip it if not. And let's go opposite direction. Starting here, kind of this warrior footing. Get that knee in and under the right hip. Chair is here to support you. If you need a bigger stretch, ooh, nice and tight in there. If you joined me for this week's walking workout, I just filmed that. So those hip flexors were working. That was an amazing workout. So if you didn't get to it, it is there. If it sounds like something you might be interested in. Okay, again, swivel it on. Make sure those hips stay in the chair. Wide legs here. You can give it a little swivel. We're gonna get into our movement. So grab your band. We're gonna take it on and around the ankles. So if you kind of see where those ankle bumps are, we're aiming for that, but of course, you can adjust it if you need to. We're gonna put some tension on that band. Turn those toes slightly in. What I would like you to do with the hands, I don't want you to push on the knees. I just want you to prevent them from buckling in. So we don't want the band to pull you in when you're working here. Knees stay out. 15 with the right foot. Lift that heel. Try not to rush these movements. Five more here. Take a break or skip a few if you need to. Great way to strengthen the ankles and the feet. 15 on the left, or whatever you got on the right, take that here on the left. So keep things even as best you can here today. This is my weaker side. Try not to let that knee come in. Five more. I know they start adding up quick. Take a break if you need to. 2 and 1. Turn those toes out. You can release a bit of the resistance if you need to by bringing those feet in. Okay, so thinking toes through the heels, foot nice and straight. So we're not kind of rolling in anymore. 15 calf raises here. On the right, get that foot underneath you and back a little bit if you need to. Again, making sure this right knee's not buckling in. Best you can, don't rush it. 3 more. And 1. Okay, same thing here on the left side. You will notice that your non-moving leg is going to be feeling some work as well because, right, it's anchoring the band. It is working. Step it back if you need to. Hang in here. You've got 3 more. You're doing great. And 1. Beautiful job with that. Release tension slowly. Feels good, right? We're gonna slide the band up around the calf now. So we're done messing with the ankles. Little bit of work here. Find what works for you. Again, pulling a little bit of tension. We're gonna be taking step backs. So the right leg is going to open up and back. If you need to, you can step the left leg in, allowing you to get a little further back. That's gonna depend on the type of band you have. So just know that your movement doesn't have to look like mine. As long as you are engaging with the muscles and the work in a positive way, that's all we need, okay? Here we go, step back 15 times with the right foot. So it's not quite out. Try to pull back. Doesn't need to be a big movement. But at the same time, it can be a big movement. I've got a medium resistance band. If you're working with a lighter one, you might be able to pull further back. So, right, just know, doesn't have to look exactly like mine. Feel those hamstrings, 3 more. Final one here. They add up quick. Same thing here, right into the left side for 15, or whatever you got on the right side. Gets tough, hang in here. Final 3 and we move on. And 1. Beautiful job. We're gonna go opposite of that. We're gonna go leg extensions here. 15 leg extensions can start adding up through the knee. So please make sure that as you come into that extension, you're engaging through the muscle without causing irritation in the knee. If you need to keep a bit of a soft bend through the knee, more than okay. You do not need to hyperextend the knee, feeling all of that pressure in the joint. You don't even need to come to a fully straightened leg. Just focus on feeling work here and staying nice and happy through here. You can tuck the left leg further back, so that's going to give you a little more resistance as you come out, or again, adjusting that resistance, bring it in. We're going to go 15, right side. Final 3, make them your own. And 1, step that one in. Might as well just get right on into it. Left side here. Whatever you did on the right, what you're going to be doing over here, keep it even. Final 3 here. We're gonna move on. And 1, great job. Bring those feet together. You can let them turn out to the side a little bit just to make sure you're not collapsing through the ankle, okay? ankle stays pulled up and in. So it's in between the feet and those lower legs, so it's nice and smooth and flat. So we're not, right, putting a lot of pressure in through that joint. Out with the right leg, 15. So thinking out and down. Two more. To the left. Two more here. Final one. Beautiful job. We're gonna turn ourselves slightly to the left so that this right leg has a clear path to move. So it doesn't need to be big, just enough that, like I said, right leg can move up and back. So anchoring through the left leg, pull this right foot up. You're thinking heel to hamstring, engaging through it there. Try not to let that knee come in. I busted myself there. The body likes the path of least resistance, so it's always going to find the easiest way to do something. Two more. And oftentimes that's not the preferred form that we should be having. Bring yourself, same thing here, just turning to the right just enough that this left leg can move, feeling steady and stable in the chair. I really like to kind of rest my upper body here. That knee out. I always like to, when I catch myself, tell you guys about that, because one, I want you to be able to watch for it too. But number two, I want you to know that it happens even to me. Even my body is like, I think I'm gonna do it this way. This is easier. It happens. It happens to everybody. So just a reminder, don't be hard on yourself if you're kind of like, oh, that one wasn't quite as good as it should have been. That's normal. Especially on the weaker side. Two more here. Feeling them add up. I know it's tough. Okay, bring yourself back to the center. We're gonna bring the band up and over the knees. The further down towards the knee joint you are, the harder it's going to be, because as you step out or work through our movements, there's more pull on the band than there is up higher, right? So you can adjust your resistance from there. But I do want you to keep in mind that your knee joint isn't just the kneecap. There is a good little space behind it where the head of the tibia and fibula here at the bottom and the head of the femur here sit on top of kind of that meniscus area within the joint. So you want to make sure that that band isn't sitting right on top of that, just slightly above. So 1 or 2 inches back from the kneecap, just to be sure we're clear of that space. All right, we're gonna step out to the side, squeezing through the glutes as you do. Those are your sitting muscles here. So kind of get those squeezed together and then step out. 15 with the right. Try not to release tension all the way back in if you can avoid it. Keep a little bit in those muscles. So tough. Doesn't need to be big. You can make it smaller. Just keep working the glute here on this side. You have 3 more on the right. We're gonna switch it right to the left. Right to the left. Yeah, there we go. Hold those glutes, working here. 2 and 1. Beautiful job. Up with the right leg. If you need to, you can come to the toes. Just give me a little bit of height. If you can, connect lightly in. Whew. Out with the right leg. Three more here. I know they are getting a little gnarly. Hang in here. Set it down, right? If we want to build some strength, we are going to need to come out of our comfort zone a little bit. Find that balance between being challenged, but also not overworking or irritating anything in your body. As long as this feels like work and not irritation, keep pushing here. Keep yourself moving best you can. Let's take it to the left for 15. And 15. Set it on down. I know we're getting tired. The next move, we are going to split in half. So, right, half of 15 doesn't quite split evenly, but we will go ahead and take 7 and then 7 in the opposite movement, and then we will work for the other side. Okay, so this is your last set of movements for the right. And for the left leg, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Knee circles up and out. You can lean yourself back, but try to hold a little bit of work through the core here. So up and out. Left leg hold strong. 6 and 7. Set it down. Up and in. Now you're coming out at the bottom. Hang on here. 7. Okay, set it down. To the left side. Here we go. Hold strong through that right leg. Right leg is working here too. Two more here. Last one. Set it down. Coming up and in. Don't let the band move you. You're coming in slow and then strong. Out and down. Six. And final one makes 7. Bring it on in. Go ahead. Woo, take that band off. Great job through those strength exercises. Your reward is some nice, gentle yoga. Go ahead, lean yourself back. Bring this right leg up and over. Guide the knee up and then pull yourself forward as much as you need to feel a stretch through that right sitting muscle. Gently rock and sway if that helps. This hip open up. Keep the shoulders relaxed out of the ears. We're not trading tension. Lean yourself back and then go ahead, drop that knee. Coming into a seated figure 4 stretch here. So nice and tall. Drop the shoulders. You can start leaning forward a little bit, working into a bit of a low back release. Make sure everything feels good. Breathing easy here. Roll yourself on up. Let's go ahead and step this leg out to the side. Drop yourself down. Forearm to the inner thigh. Stretch that left arm up and over. And then drop down into that right hip as much as you need to. If it is more comfortable, you can then, after you've created length, take that hand back down to the rib cage. Pull it back in. Inhale, take those arms up overhead. Exhale, reach it forward, round through the back, forward fold. Great job here. Scoot those feet back if you can. And then nice and easy side to side through the upper body. If you're up here, that's okay, just wherever you need to meet your body at for a gentle stretch. Roll yourself up and back. Let's go ahead here, ease yourself back. Cross. Oh, this left leg up and over this side is always tight. Bring yourself up and forward as much as you need to. Hug that knee in. Find your perfect stretch. You can hold in place or you can move. Ease yourself back. Let that knee lower down. Adjust this if you need to. Bring yourself on up and start stretching forward if that feels good. Bring it on up, stretch that leg out. Try to keep the knee over the ankle, drop and open. Hand can come back to the rib cage, kind of taking the back muscles out of it, easing into this hip. We're gonna switch up the next set of stretches here. Step it back in. Inhale up, overhead, exhale, twist, and down to the right. Stretch and reach it out back to the center. Pull it back in. Exhale down and over to the left. Up and out. Stretch it to the center. Release those arms up overhead. Step those feet in. Exhale, forward fold. You can pedal the feet here if you would like. Nice and easy. Round and roll yourself on up. Great job here. Take a good deep breath in. Hopefully you feel rested and relaxed after that really great leg strength portion of the workout. A wonderful job here today. Follow this up with any additional stretches that you may need for your body. We have some really great seated and standing yoga options here on the channel, so those are there if you need them, anywhere from 10, 20, 30 minutes and on, so whatever your body needs. And then of course, proper rest, hydration, and nutrition. I will meet you back here for the next amazing workout. Again, a wonderful job here today. Way to build that strength through the legs. I love the bands. They don't add in a lot of tension on the joints. They're easy to travel with, easy to work with, and adjust the resistance. So maybe keep it in mind for your next vacation, keeping you on track with your health and fitness goals. I'll see you back here for the next amazing workout. Again, great job today. Thank you so much for joining me and watching.